file this one under shocking revelations. High heels are actually bad for your feet. But a survey from the American Podiatric Medical Association tells us just how bad they really are, and it's even worse than you thought. Dr. Jacqueline Sutera, a board-qualified foot surgeon, is here to fill us in and recommend the best shoes for our feet. Welcome, Dr. Sutera. Great to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
So, saying that high heels are bad for our feet is a little bit like saying, the results are in and the sky is blue. We kind of knew it, but how bad is it?
It's pretty bad. The American Podiatric Medical Association recommends that we use high heels in moderation, of course, and about 2 inches or less, which is not so fashionable and trendy in New York City. But when you have a heel like this, it really does do a lot of damage to your feet and your skeleton.
So yeah, it's not just the feet, correct? I mean, we're talking about damage all the way up our bodies.
Correct. The feet are the foundation of your whole entire skeleton, so it starts at the feet, but it really malaligns your ankles, your knees, your hips, and your back. So your whole entire skeleton becomes deformed when we walk in high heels.
Because of course here I am wearing heels, and knowing all of this still will not prevent me, unfortunately, from wearing my heels. So what can we do to minimize the damage?
Well, I always recommend wearing heels in moderation, and I make a joke with my patients. I say we can't eat cupcakes every day.
Right.
So high heels really in moderation for special occasions when you need to look the part, and also wearing commuter shoes to and from work, for example.
I do that. I have a whole drawer full of heels, which I leave my heels at work, and I wear my flats. But here's my other question, because flats aren't always great either, right?
There is such a thing as too flat. So the best shoe really has to have shock absorption, arch support, and a thicker sole that gives you some arch, that gives you also a little bit of cushioning.
So a ballerina flat, for instance, with a tiny little sliver of leather is really not great. It has no arch support.
Not great. But if you put in an insole or an orthotic, that makes that shoe work a little bit better. And you should always look for something that's got a thicker sole. That's better.
Sole. And flip-flops bad too.
Yes, but not all flip-flops are created equally. So the ones with a thicker sole, again, or that have the little arch support and strap, like thicker straps, are also better than just the very thin ones.
So do you have an example of the ideal shoe?
Well, I can show you a better high heel, like the one I'm wearing. This is a little on the pointy side, but you can see that the heel height is much lower.
Right.
So in moderation, this is a better option as opposed to this one.
Although what is nice about this is that it's a platform, so that gives you a little height without putting it all in the heel.
Yes, and that is a very good point. So the higher the platform, you can basically subtract that height from here. Right. The problem with this platform is that it doesn't bend. So if it had a bend here, that would actually make the walk your gait a little bit more natural.
All right, we're all still looking for the perfect high heel shoe. Dr. Sutera, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.